All right, welcome back to episode 9, I believe, of Lock Talk. George, good to see you, bud, here in person. Good to see you. Good to see you, Mr. Summers. How are we doing over there in San Diego?
Hey, doing good, guys. How you guys
Doing
doing?
good, doing good. I know you had a tough week watching your football team. We'll get to that, but
Great.
you know,
Yeah, can't wait.
yeah. So we are doing this a little later. It's Friday at 5 o'clock right now. Is my computer on Arizona time? 5:13. It's going to be released in about an hour and a half whenever we're done this thing. We wanted to wait until I got here in person so we could do it with Jordan, and then next week's one will all be in person. So if you're going to choose one episode to listen to, next week's the one, because I'm sure that one will go nuts. So I'm very excited for that. That'll be a good time. But yeah, so we're looking forward to that. Boys, how was last weekend? Sterling was in Arizona. We had a good time, obviously, watching some football and drank some beer and just hung out, had a good time. Sterling, or I guess I don't need to ask Sterling. Jordan, how was your weekend, bud? You went to the UW game.
I went to the Huskies game, and never in my life have I seen a college football stadium so empty ever.
Was it empty?
Empty. No one fucking there. And, it got off to a hot start, 14-0. And then typical Husky fashion, get conservative, run, punt, give up 300 yards rushing, and just get absolutely bent over and penetrated for 3 quarters. Jimmy Lake's out of there, thank God. And we'll play for next year. These next 2 games don't. Apple Cup matters, obviously, but
Gotta win that.
To Colorado.
They're not going to win that, but I don't know. Good segue. I mean, we've talked for I don't know how many weeks we've said now. Fire Jimmy Lake. Well, it finally happened. He didn't even coach that game, right? That was the game he was suspended. So obviously that they kind of knew that was coming. I think they probably just wanted to wait till after the game to announce his firing. I mean, it's kind of pretty. It's a pretty brutal look when your head coach, he's not there coaching the game. They put up 14 points on kind of the first couple drives. They haven't put up 14 points in the first half. I don't know in how long. Like they don't score. So they still didn't do it. The coaching's still a problem. Hopefully they'll find someone. I don't have trust in their AD at all. But what's next for Jimmy Lake?
He'll be lucky.
He's been good enough as a defensive guy to get another job somewhere.
He'll get another defensive coordinating job, but it's not going to be the group of 5. It's going to be a shittier conference.
Yeah,
it'll be like so you saw, for example, Butch Jones. He was head coach Tennessee, did all this stuff, whatever. Got a job at Arkansas State, already out there. I think Lake is gonna take one of those shittier things, try to build something up, and then move up again. But
yeah, that makes sense.
Who knows?
Sterling, did UCLA play last week? We didn't. Saturday. What did we do Saturday? We didn't get to watch. Oh, we had Tristan Haley's engagement.
Busy day.
It was a busy day. Did UCLA win? I don't remember.
Yes, I think they did. Can't remember the score though. Let me look that up.
Yeah. This week, UCLA has USC versus the man, the myth, the legend is back, Jackson Dart. I put I think $25 on them to cover +3, solely for the fact that he's starting and he's playing the whole game. He's been named the starter. So
yeah, UCLA won 44-20 at Colorado or at home versus Colorado.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I hope so. Yeah.
The Huskies. How are we feeling about them next week? Colorado.
I have them this week. I actually have them -6.5. I think they're going to be fired up. No Jimmy Lake, new offensive coordinator. Colorado's
betting
really
on the Huskies.
I bet on the Huskies. I put in my. Let me
I
read
hope they don't cover. I cannot wait for
if they don't, I'm going to be so mad. I bet on the Huskies and I bet on Boise State. So just
let me get this straight. UCLA plays USC this week and Dart is starting.
Yeah.
What a sick game to come back to.
Yeah. He's got the reins.
And I promised. I said any game Dart starts, I'm hammering it.
Yeah. So there you go. I have 25 on them +3. Yeah, Washington -6.5. I put back on the boys. Jimmy Lake is gone. Let's fucking go Dogs, baby. That's my game notes. So I just think Colorado's really bad. And I think the Huskies have been held back by both Donovan, the OC, and Jimmy Lake as the head coach. Time to rally around the boys, play for your teammates now. What else you got to play for, right? There's not a whole lot to play for left this season. I would love for them.
That's the issue. There's nothing to play for.
Well, but I mean, there is if you have draft stock or if you want to get a starting spot next year. I would love to see Heward get a start or two here before the Apple Cup and we see what he's got. Morris is just so bad, so bad. But hey, we got rid of the OC, we got rid of Jimmy Lake. Now hopefully Morris is next, but we'll see.
You bet.
Yeah.
They
so
technically, they could make a bowl game.
what are they? 4-6.
if they
Well,
win
they
the
make
If
the
they win the
Arizona
next
Bowl.
two.
Arizona Bowl.
Oh, all right. I'll count me in. That would be crazy.
I
That would be. I would actually. I don't want them to make the Arizona Bowl because if we go, I do not want to watch that shitty offense play.
Oh,
I don't.
Come
I
on.
don't want. I don't want to
Big
watch.
dog
I think
fan.
we'd have to go.
Oh, I
Yeah.
will.
Big
I would.
Cat, Big Cat,
Oh
yeah.
PNT,
Yeah, Big Cat
Dave,
singing the national anthem.
They
All right, I'm
said, I
going.
mean,
I'm going.
It's on New Year's Eve too. It's gonna be a huge party.
Who's the
So what-
conferences
they-
that get into that bowl?
I don't know.
they don't, they haven't.
announced it.
they
I think they have
haven't announced it.
open for everyone. That's the thing. They've left it
Oh,
open.
open liquor.
It's always nice.
That's always
What were you gonna
nice.
say?
So say like they, pardon my take, they were saying that Big Cat, or they were trying to convince him
To jump out of a plane,
Jump out of
right?
a plane
Yeah,
at
he wants to
halftime.
parachute into the
There's-
stadium.
there's no
He
way.
has to lose. He's too heavy though. He's trying to lose
Yeah.
weight. Trying to lose weight. He posts a Twitter picture every Saturday of 6 donuts that he's killing throughout the day. So, but would love to see that in person. I'd love to see Big Cat jump out. I just want to see everyone there. They're having like a live like trivia
Oh, that'd be
tournament. With,
awesome.
like Frank the Tank.
I'll wear
and
my
everything.
shirt if Army's there.
Oh, he's coming. I forgot. Jersey Jerry said he's coming. So is Rico.
You got a shirt?
Rico Bosco. He's got
I
a
should have
yeah.
wore my
Do you
shirt.
have it?
Yeah.
Go
I'll show it.
wardrobe
Grab it.
change. Let's go. Put it on. Jordan, I'll hold this down for a sec. So he's going
No
to
way.
get the Jersey Jerry Army shirt that he bought. It's pretty funny. I mean, if you're gonna support a guy at Barstool, it's Dave or I mean, there's a lot of guys, but Army, blue collar Jersey Jerry, he's a good guy. He's hilarious. One of the most innocent looking dudes ever. He's the dude. I sent the video, or we talked about the video of the Steelers fan going nuts.
That was him?
That's him.
No way.
Yeah, that's him. That was like 5 years ago. I don't know if whoever's listening is the one. Let me pull up this video. I'll play the audio of it. It's one of the funniest videos. It's basically, it was 5 years ago. The Steelers lost. I don't know if it was a playoff game. I don't totally remember, but it's just this guy going So there it is. Stand up so we can see it. There it is.
I love it.
I was saying, if people don't know who he is, this is a good way. Just listen to the audio if you don't know who Jersey Jerry is.
You're gonna find me dead. I'm gonna kill myself. I'm gonna be hanging from the back.
Don't ask me to do nothing.
I'm gonna do nothing.
Dishes.
It's just nothing.
Wow.
So
It's because the
I
Steelers
mean-
lost to Jacksonville in the playoffs.
yeah, that's right. That's right. That's what it was. That was like 5 years ago, and I was hired at Barstool a couple months ago. He seems like such a calm human too, like when the way he talks and everything.
Oh, he
but
is.
obviously
He's
he's
never like fired up, and then his
No.
leash is like that when some like Pittsburgh plays.
and that's what he's fighting in Rough and Rowdy. He's fighting Jeff Nadeau, and he's gonna
Oh,
kill
Jeff Nadutudu.
Oh.
him. Nadeau.
Yeah, but
So,
anyway, I'm
sorry.
officially enlisted. I'm in the Army, so
It's a great
gotta
shirt.
go.
I like it.
It's a great shirt. I like the color.
I'll be wearing it.
We're now matching.
So, if we go, I'm wearing it for sure.
Bro, are we all like, we're all close.
We are actually all
Oh.
close. We're honestly in all close shades of green. Nice.
Nice guys.
This is a nice
Well done.
tap. I wanted to bring up, Sterling, we talked about this live on the show last week, that Pitt UNC game where Pitt ended up covering in overtime. That was nuts because I was talking
Yeah, that
shit on
was
the
sweet.
stream.
That was awesome.
And then
You did.
UNC came
I
back
was right.
and tied
You
it.
jinxed it.
Yep.
They
Came back
came
and
back.
tied it.
They were,
And
yep.
then overtime, Pitt got the ball and scored first. UNC, like run, play, pick, game over. Ended up covering by 0.5 of a point. So was very happy about that. But I did jinx it. They did come back. But they did still cover, which was good.
Dumb.
Any other college games we want to wrap up? We didn't get to watch a ton because we were at and I know you were at the actual Huskies game. Anything you want to wrap up from that or any other games? I talked about U of A covering last week because they're playing hard. They keep covering. Cover. They're a terrible football team, but they cover. They play hard as they can.
They do. That's the thing, is they do play damn hard. They obviously do from missing those skill position players and whatnot, but I mean, they're playing hard. That's all you can ask for this time of year. And
Yep. Hey, they snapped their losing streak against Cal, so I mean, good for them, I guess.
the thing.
Oh, Michigan won again, Sterling. Are you done betting against them?
Done. I don't know what they're doing. Can't figure them out. I don't even want to see their games anymore. I don't even want to watch them. I don't
I
get
do.
them.
I love it. 5-1,
I
baby.
just do not get it.
Big one coming up against Ohio State with them, so that'll be a good one.
Yeah, I just had a big hand up last week and couldn't even watch the games, and I'm so happy I couldn't. I was like 3-8, and all my 8 losses, they weren't even close. They're just
I was gonna
tired
say,
misses.
We both had a tough week last week. I went 13-19, and last week in total, it was just tough week.
Yeah, I've had a tough
After a
November,
couple-
to be honest.
Honestly, yeah, I had a couple good weeks in October to end October, and the first week of November was good, and the last two have not been great.
Not great.
But hey, we're turning it around. We're going to turn it around here. This is the time. I think that's all the college I wanted to talk about. Because like I said, we didn't get to watch a ton. I guess let's move on to a little bit of a sore subject, Mr. Summers. Talk about your Rams and what happened.
Well, the only good thing is, start off on a positive note here, is that we have the bye week and we need it because I don't know what I'm watching. This is not
OBJ effect, baby.
even the week before too, the versus the Titans. This is like, I mean, Stafford looks like Goff in the first half of every game now.
Yep.
The play calling's terrible in the red zone. This has been always McVay's a terrible red zone play caller. Like
It's weird because he's so good everywhere else on the field. He gets
then the
down
field
there.
shrinks and I don't even know what happens. But offensive line hasn't been good the past 2 weeks. A bunch of penalties are killing us. It's just terrible, man. And then on defensive side, what San Francisco wants to do, and that we've lost 5 times in a row to San Francisco, and that game looked
5 in a row,
exactly like the previous 4. That is exactly how they win every time.
I did
just
not
have
know
a
that was
turnover.
5 in a row.
They force turnovers, and we can't stop Debo. I mean, if you go look at film, Debo Samuel versus the Rams, I'm not even kidding. Since he's gotten in the league, he's probably forced 20 missed tackles versus the Rams, and I'm not joking. I watch every play. We cannot tackle him. He goes off every time versus us. But
he's kind of come out this year and last year. He's underrated. He's a top 5 receiver, like stats wise when he plays.
Well, he's really good, and then he makes us as like high school tacklers. But it's just annoying because every time we play them, they're gonna run first and second down, go for a third and short. It's like, just stop the run. And then I look on Twitter and they got screenshots of the guys that break down film. On their third possession on a 1st and 10, we had 5 in the box. And we know they're gonna run.
They're run. They don't throw the football on first down.
I'm just like, it's just terrible. It's honestly terrible coaching, I think.
Who's your D coordinator?
Raheem Morris. He's not that good. I wrote about him in our article.
That's right. I remember that. I remember you did write about him. Because the defense has really regressed this year.
Any defensive coordinator in the league, if you have the best corner and the best defensive lineman, you should be top 5. Like, and they have good players. Leonard Floyd, they have Von Miller now.
I was saying it's not just
Darius
those two.
Williams
They have
is a good second corner.
Yeah, they have good other players.
And actually,
too.
Raps had a better year than we thought he'd have. He's actually playing pretty good.
Let's go,
Taylor.
The thing to go back on Debo Samuel, did you see the stat where he's on pace to beat Jerry Rice's like single season receiving record yards wise?
No shit.
I
did not know that.
Cup's still on first, bud.
Jerry,
it's
like
San Fran.
for
Oh,
San
Niners
Fran.
record. Okay. I think Cup's on pace to bury Calvin Johnson. So
Is he?
yes.
I mean, they had a down game. The offense didn't look good. He still had over 100, didn't he? Or close to 100. I know he broke his prop at like 91. Yeah. So the guy, he literally cannot be stopped. Like, legitimately can't be stopped. So,
yeah.
Good for him. I'm trying to find a screenshot somewhere, but what needs to be changed in your mind? Who do you play next? And
we need a bye week, and
It is.
I mean,
That's a good week
Stafford
for a
can't
bye
look like
week.
an idiot, and you can't start games like that, and then the defense just gives up run after run. But that wasn't even the problem in the Titans game. But it's San Francisco every time. They're just like our kryptonite. You just can't stop. But it's the freaking game planning. It's not even the players. I mean, go watch the film. They have 5 in the box, and we know they're going to run. It's so stupid. Make Jimmy beat you.
Right.
Even the announcers are saying, or even Peyton and Eli are saying, that there's 2 things they want to do: run the ball and then throw over the middle to Samuel or Kittle. And that's what they did the whole game, over the middle of Kittle, over the middle of Samuel. It's like, geez, it's not even like they're being that dynamic.
Yeah, Kittle was getting open every time. He was kind of dicing up the middle.
But it's the same thing
Kittle,
every game. I've seen it 5 games in a row, 0-5.
That's brutal because San
It's
Fran's
always
not been
them.
that good the last 2 years.
Yeah, sad.
That's so weird. 5 in a row or 4 in a row?
Yeah,
That's wild.
McVay's just lost on them. They don't change their game plan here. It looks the same every time.
Good news is they're probably not making the playoffs unless that sparks them. But so you probably won't see them. That was only game 1 against them this year, though, right? You got another one.
Oh yeah, we got another loss coming.
Hey, good time for a bye week. Get OBJ integrated. You know, he couldn't play all the games and that's another thing I was going to say. They had to stop going. They didn't go no huddle as much like McVay likes to that game because OBJ obviously didn't know the plays. So
you know the saddest thing? Our record's 7-3 right now. Guess what our record last year was at 10 games through with Goff?
What was it, 7-3?
Yep.
That's tough. It shouldn't be 7-3. That like you shouldn't have lost at least one of the last two. You should have 8 wins, but Titans are a good team. San Fran, you probably want to beat them, especially in the division. But
Yeah, I'm happy it's a bye week. I don't
you've
wanna
given
watch that
yourself a
crappy
good
one.
cushion. 7 wins is a good cushion. AZ lost, so you didn't lose too much ground.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a bummer. We could have been.
Definitely, it's a
tied
bummer,
for
but
first.
there's going to be ebbs and flows in the season, and if OBJ gets integrated and doesn't cause a problem, you'll be back to a
Highly
good spot.
unlikely.
We'll see. Staying in the division, Seahawks look like fucking
Dog ass.
So what I said last week, I said it doesn't even matter that Russ is coming back because they were bad with Russ. Well, they
You
scored
did.
0 points.
I
With
remember
Russ.
that.
They scored 0 points with Russ. So
Dave Portnoy put $500,000 on the Green Bay Packers.
Easiest
win of all time.
easiest lock of all time. I don't know why I didn't do that.
Because you don't have 500.
Why I don't have 500. I don't know why I put my net worth. Didn't put half my net worth on it. That's not even close to half his net worth. So I should have put 1/10 of my net worth on it. Whatever that is. What's he worth? 20 million.
0.05 over 100 million.
I don't know. He's had a tough couple of weeks. The stock's been tanking due to his allegations.
Which is dumb, but yeah.
It is dumb. But
Different story.
anyway,
nor there.
Here nor there, yeah. But they just they're terrible. Like they are a terrible football team. I think Russ is done after this year. I think he's got to go.
He should be. Don't get me wrong. But one positive note is the defense is actually playing a lot better.
That's the problem, though, is when the defense plays well, the offense is gone.
And then
That is always the thing with them, huh?
It
Defense
is.
starts playing
Yes.
good, no more offense.
It was literally the first half of last year, Russ and the offense on fire, defense worst in the league by far. Second half of the season, Russ all of a sudden from MVP to like average quarterback, defense steps up, stops teams. We couldn't score. We scored 0 points against the Green Bay Packers have a very average defense.
Yeah. And they were hurt too.
No, their secondary is actually playing phenomenal this year. We'll say.
And Chris Carson's out
I
for
think
the rest
overall
of the
they're like
season
14th
too.
or 13th. They're close to mid overall defense.
They can't stop the run, but yeah.
Well, they stopped our run because Alex.
You guys don't got much run. Chris Carson's out for the year, by the way. You see that?
Yep. Yeah. That guy has
That guy's
neck
so
injury
fragile.
Again. So he's built like a tank, and he's the most fragile human I've ever seen. I think they just have to. It's time to tank. Like, it's time to fire Pete. It's time to fire John Schneider. We need to redo. You can get so much for Russ.
Ben, all 3 of your teams are about to fire their coach.
Oh, I have a whole segment coming up on.
I know, but
Sure.
Huskies did.
Huskies did. The
Seattle
only team
did.
that's done it right is the Huskies.
Canucks,
Oh,
the
God.
playoff team, the Canucks. You guys
Oh
told
yeah.
me.
Don't worry. I have a whole list.
You guys still think they're a playoff team?
We'll
Because
get
we got
into
10
that.
bucks
I'm
on it,
gonna
Ben.
go on a rant. I know we do. Well, I might as well Venmo you right now. So,
You got to trust the eye test.
I will. Trust me. I will. I got a whole thing. So, we'll get into
there.
that. We'll
Yeah.
get there. I got to try and stay positive until I just go crazy and want to
Yeah, have some.
chop my head off. Okay, I think that's all. I mean, I guess the other thing I have is Russ trade destination. Where could he go? I think he's actually gone at the end of this year because he's not happy in Seattle. We knew that last offseason. It hasn't gotten any better. Do you get Deshaun Watson? And I like
That's a tough
Russ, he's going
question.
to Washington.
for who though? What's the return?
Second round.
It's got to
pick.
be something. It's got to be way bigger than that
I'm joking.
because it's got to be like
I think Vegas.
Carr? No.
I would take Carr.
I would take Carr too. That's one of his
No, they're not
spots
going
where
to
he
trade
said he
Russ
would
for
go.
Carr.
I don't think they will either.
Well, yeah, package. It'll be a
I could see if Aaron Rodgers leaves.
I
Green
think they
Bay.
love Carr in Vegas, though. Like, I don't think they would do that.
Some do, yeah. I think if Aaron Rodgers leaves Green Bay, he could go.
Yeah,
That'd
he
be
might do
awesome.
that.
I could see
Broncos.
that because that's a team that if they just need a quarterback, why not Russ, right?
Carolina.
I don't know who you get out of that. Carolina, although if Cam keeps going off,
Matt Ryan's probably done after this year.
I feel so bad for him. That team is so he's not great anymore. He's washed, but he's not that bad.
No.
That team around him is so bad. No offensive line, lost the best receiver because he's got mental health problems, which it's really terrible. But like he has nothing, no weapons. If they lock up Kyle Pitts, his best running back is Mike Davis, and Cordell Patterson was hurt. So it's just I feel bad for
Awful.
him. They're not a good football team.
Patriots look good though. We'll say.
I was just gonna say Patriots and Mac Jones. How about them?
Yeah, Max.
Max
Max
Jones.
Jones.
As in
Mac.
my notes. I got to watch most of that game because I was stuck in an airport for 3 fucking hours yesterday. And stuff worse got my plane delayed. But they look good. Mac Jones he's gonna be rookie
guy
of the
looks
year.
like stud.
Yeah,
He looks like a young Brady.
he literally does because he's not that mobile, but he gets it done. And Play Collins done a good job to keep him
He's so accurate,
sheltered.
too.
He's so accurate.
I think what helps him too is how like studly their defense is too. You know, he doesn't make a lot of mistakes anyway, but if he makes one like the pick yesterday, his defense bails him out. Like
This sounds exactly like a Brady.
He literally does, and
Yeah.
he just doesn't get rattled. Like he comes back and scores touchdowns, and
Brady
like you
Jr.
guys saw that. I'm sure you guys saw that video, but like earlier in the training camp or whatever, he's laughing and stuff at the podium.
and now he's
And
like,
then yesterday, he's like laughing at the podium in August, whatever, and at the podium yesterday, like a Belichick
it's
like
a true patriot. He's turned into a true
he's-
patriot.
he couldn't have been like a better fit for their team out of all the quarterbacks in the draft class.
Facts. And he's by far. Like I saw a stat. I think the rest of the rookies have 5 combined wins total. The rest of the rookies that started one game this year, I think they have 5 combined wins, and he's got 6.
Yeah.
So
7.
seven after yesterday.
7.
Yeah, you're
right. So, I mean, Trevor Lawrence does not look very good, and Davis Mills started a
You
couple.
talk about a
games that
bad
weren't
team
good.
for Matt Ryan. Trevor Lawrence has an awful team.
Oh yeah, but he's made some bad mistakes too. He'll be fine though. I think Trevor Lawrence will be fine.
Growing pains.
Exactly. But I mean, he's looked better than Justin Fields. He looked better than everyone. So is he going to be rookie of the year? I'm trying to think. Are there any other like
Mac
non-quarterback
Jones.
positions?
And no, Jamar Chase.
Oh,
Jamar Chase should win it.
Already?
It might
If
come
it
down
ended
to
today, I'd say Jamar Chase.
it might come down to who goes further in the season.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I mean, if Mac Jones keep winning, they win like 11, 12 games.
They have a chance at the Super Bowl. They really do. With that,
He's going to have a
defense.
bad game, though.
He will. He will.
Couple.
He will. But that
gonna-
defense is so good, they might not lose. Beyond that, NFL, keep going. Chiefs. We've talked about them a couple times, been shitting on them. They looked pretty damn good last week against a Raiders team they usually struggle against.
They looked really good. They looked like the Chiefs. But we
Is
said this
Jackson
too.
on the
We
game?
said we thought they'd
At
figure
some
it
point.
out,
Mhm.
right?
It's just
They
how
got
long was
two
it gonna
talents of a
take?
quarterback and Andy Reid. So
You know, there's one thing that really made a difference that game is that Jackson Mahomes was not at the game.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, see what happens. No distractions.
I if I'm Patrick, I say you stay your ass
Get
home
the
the
fuck
rest of the
away.
year because I just threw for 400 something yards and 4 touchdowns, and we just we looked like the Chiefs of old, which sucked because I bet on the Raiders. So
Them too,
classic.
though. Their defense is like they're slightly getting better and better by week.
Yep.
They're decently stopping the run. Finally, I mean, Raiders don't necessarily have a strong running attack this year like they have in the past,
Mhm.
but it gives them a lot of confidence. And then Mahomes is out. Mahomes is able to play with a little more aggressiveness, I guess you could say, and throw the ball downfield and do what he likes to do, make plays out of the pocket. So
Definitely. Big one this week for them, Cowboys. That's going to be a legit test. Just off the top of your heads, who wins that game?
it's in
Go
Arrowhead,
Chiefs.
right?
I don't know if it's an Arrowhead or not. I think it is.
It's at Arrowhead. I'm gonna go Chiefs.
Jordan.
Favored by 2.5.
They are.
That is tough. I think I'm gonna go Cowboys.
I bet Cowboys money line, so I'm going Cowboys.
Oh, let's go.
Well,
Side bet?
No, I'm not that confident. I think it's going to be a great game. I'm super excited for that
You
game
bet on it. How are you not that confident?
because it's in Arrowhead, and if the Chiefs play like that, they're going to win. I mean, if the Chiefs play like that, they'll win another Super Bowl. Like no one stop. If you can't stop Patrick Mahomes, you're not going to win the game against them. But
Yeah.
we'll see if it's a one game thing. If they revert to their old ways, Dallas is probably the best team they've played all season. Besides the no, actually, they probably are the best team they've played all season, right?
Well, Ravens.
I don't like the Ravens.
They're
Play way too many
they just
close
lost to
games.
Miami.
Yeah,
I don't know.
we'll
Yeah,
see.
they have-
That
they've
should be
had
a good game.
Yeah.
Why again? Is that's not a primetime game, right? Or is it? Am I wrong?
No, sir.
Why is that not a primetime game?
Joe Buck and Troy Aikman on the call though. It's the game of the week.
Okay, make it the Sunday night game then.
Nah. Chris Collinsworth.
do-
I'd rather have Joe Buck and Troy.
They do that a lot though, where they play Monday night then Sunday night. Why not do that with the Chiefs?
because they make the primetime game before.
The primetime game this week is
You could flex
The
technically, I
Giants.
guess, but
Giants Bucks.
the Giants Bucks. Who else?
no, that's Monday night. Sunday night is Pittsburgh, LA Chargers. That'll be a good game.
That'll actually be a good game. Well, we'll see. The Chargers look terrible recently.
Chargers are favored by 6.
I might lean the
Chargers
other
are
way.
so inconsistent.
They have been. Herbert does not look great. Interesting. We'll get to that. Bucks lost to the Washington football team. Did you guys get to see? I know we watched some of that
Oh, yeah.
scrolling.
Crazy.
Very rare.
What was
I just
that
saw the
about? Is that
first-
just one of
saw the
those
first
games
half.
where you just throw out the tape or what?
Yeah.
Yeah, bury it.
It was great. I live bet on them when they were down 14 and it didn't matter. So that was
Brady threw
awesome.
like 2, should have been 3
picks.
picks.
Yeah.
Yeah, bury it. That's nothing more to it. That's just the NFL for you. I mean, the Bucks lost to the Redskins. Oh, excuse me. Whoa,
Racist. Yep.
Hey,
sick football team.
Done.
And the Bills beat, the Ravens. So
Yeah.
the
No,
NFL.
that's true. Other games I wanted to mention where the Eagles smoked the Broncos. Are the Eagles back? They've been playing better recently.
they play the Saints this week, and the Saints have the best run defense in the league, and that's all the Eagles can do. That is the one thing that is.
And the
fucking
Saints are
with
the
my head.
underdog.
Yeah.
Ryder?
Yeah, I bet that one. Vikings finally won a close game, beating the Chargers 27-20. Panthers with Cam smoked the Cardinals 34-10.
He brought the juice.
He did bring the juice. The Cardinals they got their one good week of Colt McCoy, but they need either Kyler Murray. They need him, but they need one of at least. I think Hopkins is out this week again. I think listed out this week, so they really need Kyler Murray to play.
I do want to say this. We were
Oh,
going through
God.
our MVP, and I said Matt Stafford, #1 for MVP and all that. You're like, where's Kyler? I go, oh, he's going to get hurt.
He
did
did.
say that.
You're right, but
But
Matt
now he
Stafford
never gets
also.
hurt. He doesn't
Matt
step out
Stafford.
any games.
That's you can go 1-1 on that one because Matt Stafford is no longer first in line for MVP.
He's not first. He's still in the card though.
Oh, I don't know after the last couple.
Who's card?
Yeah.
PFF.
Pro Football Focus or whatever. What is he?
BFFs?
He's gotta
Second.
be like 5th or.
It's like Dak, him, and then Brady or someone.
I would move Brady in front of him. Although Brady lost this week too. But the last
And
Matt
Brady
Stafford.
looked like Irish too.
The last 2 weeks. What's the Stafford you said looked like Goff?
Yeah, I mean he's allowed to have a couple games. He's got his bye week.
Is
He'll
he?
be back, ready to go.
I guess. Who do they play up coming out of the bye week?
Don't care. I'm taking a week off of the Rams.
Is it time for is it Hawks? That's not good.
I hope not.
Because we played the Cardinals this week too.
Fuck.
It's at Green Bay, so lovely.
Thank God.
Oh, that's a tough one. It's starting to snow in Green Bay too. That's just like Green Bay heaven.
The good part
So-
is though, is Stafford's played there his whole career.
Facts.
That is true. He's also lost there his whole career.
Lovely.
Has he ever won a game with the Lions at
I
Lambeau?
think last year or the year before they were up like 21-3 and they lost the game at Green Bay.
That's got to make you feel confident.
No,
No, not so much.
and Green Bay smoked us last year in the playoffs at Green Bay.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah. Well, that was with Goff though. Although, you have the second coming of Jared Goff currently the last 2 weeks.
We do.
so-
We have the same record. We made all these trades, same record.
We'll see. We'll see. With a full OBJ, that could make a difference. Although it sucks that
No,
Robert
it's
Woods
not.
isn't
What has
there.
OBJ proven?
You got Vaughn though on
nothing.
defense.
That's what makes me laugh. People are like, "Oh, OBJ." It's like, have you not watched him the last 3 years?
Hey,
He's
you
done
heard me
nothing.
last week. I was shitting on him. I don't like him. But you never know. Maybe he's revitalized. He's at least got to take the place of Robert Woods.
You know what? I got a famous line from this street. Prove it.
Oh God.
Prove it. I agree.
I'm not. No hopes for him until I see it
Yeah, fair enough.
because I
Fair
saw
enough.
nothing in Cleveland.
No, I agree. That's why I says his last good year was 2019. Good year was 2019 when he was like top 25 in receiving, had barely 1,000 yards. Last good year.
Well, he thinks he's like a top 5 receiver. So.
Oh yeah. Well, so does his dad.
Yeah, it's annoying. It's like, okay,
It's-
prove it.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. Trust me, I am not an OBJ guy. Anything else, boys, from last weekend? NFL wise that I'm missing. You want to wrap up?
Not that I can think of. Benjamin.
My NFL bet sucked last week. Oh, I want to bring something. Look at my parlay that I had. This is really good. This is good. Give me 1 second. Let me pull this up. You guys are gonna like this. So I had a 4-way parlay plus 279 of the Rams, the Broncos, Cardinals, and the Bucks. 0 for 4. I should have done the opposite. It would have been like plus 1,500 or something if I did it the other way. I went 0 for 4.
That's a good parlay if I've ever seen one.
And then my two-way teaser I had with the Rams fucked me. I had the Rams -1.5 and over 47. Neither of those hit either. So not a good day for the parlays last week. My NFL
That's what happens when you score 7 points versus the Niners, who have one of the worst run defenses in the league.
Yeah, I can't believe that. So
I can.
hopefully we're in for a better week this week. I had to get my bets in early because I can't bet here. All right. NFL, NCAA, anything else we want to wrap up in the football world, or should I start to get angry?
Go ahead, get angry.
Let's
Ben
hear
is
it.
angry.
I love it.
I am angry. So Canucks, here we go. Here we fucking go again. Like Sterling made this point, I was going to bring this up. So the three teams I follow the most, obviously the Canucks are number one. It's not even close. But the Huskies are my college team. Just fired their coach. Like Sterling said, the Seahawks need to fire their coach. It's likely, I think, at the end of the year, Pete Carroll is gone. And they're about to be in a tanking season. And the Canucks need to fire everybody. They need to fire the coach, GM, Aquilini's need to sell the team. Everything needs to go. So it sucks. Like being a Seahawks fan, being a Huskies fan, which I know you're both too. And you're a Canucks fan too. Not obviously I'm a psychopath Canucks fan, but to have to cheer for those three teams right now, and you're a Mariners fan, it just sucks.
Yeah, I was going to say every Pacific Northwest fan, the Mariners tease you again with the playoffs.
Yeah. Well, at least they're teasing you with the playoffs. The Canucks are supposed to be a playoff team, and they're fucking 5-11 to start the year. So, this is
hand over the money now, bud.
I literally will, because like they've started, they look terrible. They're not in games. They got pumped back-to-back games 7-1. They went up against Vegas 2-0, lost 7-4 last week. This is a team that went out and the last 3 years have traded their first round pick for players. They're supposed to be a team that this year was 100% make the playoffs, and they're just not going to do it. Like they're off to such a bad start. They basically need to go on a huge run. They can't do anything. They can't score. They can't stop anyone from scoring. It's not Demko's fault. Their goalie, his stats aren't good, but you watch the games and it's certainly not his fault. All the goals that go in are terrible. The really frustrating part is that they refuse to do anything about it. This is the 8th year that Jim Benning, the GM, has been in power since he took over. So let me read you how they've done in the standings since he took over and started the so-called rebuild. So he took over in 2014, 2015. That was kind of the last year the Sedins played well. They finished 8th in the NHL, had a decent year, kind of a surprising year. Bounced in the first round of the playoffs, lost in 6 games to the Calgary Flames. I was a junior in high school. I watched all the games. They looked terrible.
Oh, I remember that.
Yep. 2015, 20.
Rooting for the Flames then, right?
Who?
Jake Pogue, is that when he became a Flames fan?
No, I was in college. I didn't know. I
college.
didn't talk to Pogue a lot in high school. 2015, 2016. So they go from 8th to 28th. There's 32 teams. So 28. So bad, but we expect to be bad. Next year, 2016, 2017, 29th. So that's 2 years of tanking. Okay, then you probably should start to get better. Nope. 2017, 2018, 26. Then the next year, it's like, okay, that's 3 years of tanking. That's 3 years of top 10 draft picks. Like, we really should start to be figuring it out now. Nope, 23rd, 2018, 2019. 2019, 2020 was COVID year. They ended up making the playoffs because they expanded the playoffs to have more teams because they only got to play half a season. They finished 17th in that half season, which would not be a playoff spot usually, but they got to play a play-in game and they went to the second round of the playoffs there. That I think is what really fucked us actually, because they went on a run that they did not play that well. It was great to watch. It was super exciting. I was pumped. It was all Markstrom at the time and Demko playing out of their minds. They shouldn't really have been a playoff team. They were underperforming again, but because they won the play-in round, the first round, and the second round took Vegas to 7 games, some false hope was created, and we thought they were going to go all in. This is where what pisses me off is the Aquilinis, who own them, who are super rich family, Vancouver. They're Italian based, but they live in Vancouver now, own a bunch of restaurants, super wealthy. Basically, COVID hit then, obviously, and they basically turned off the funds and said, yeah, no, we're not going to spend the money this year. So that sucked. And we didn't. So then last year was kind of a bummer. We were terrible again. 24th in the NHL, one of the worst teams that's to end the year. And so then this year they opened the pockets back up and unfortunately still kept Jim Benning around after last year. He was on the hot seat again because they underperformed huge to start the year. Kept Jim Benning around. He went out and made a bunch of trades, traded another first round pick, brought in a bunch of guys and said, basically put all his chips on the table and said, we're a playoff team. We're a playoff team. And on paper, it looked like they could be. They're not a contender for a Stanley Cup probably, but I thought they were a playoff team. And then you come out and you start the year 5-12. It's like, how are there no changes being made? This is his 8th fucking year. He's made one actual playoff team. He's made the playoffs once in 8 years where he's actually taken control and done something for the team. The first year where he just took over, he didn't do anything. He'd just taken over. So he's made we'll say 7 years. He's made the playoff once. He's spent money. He's made some of the worst trades, brought in the worst contracts. I could go through a list, but it would take a whole fucking hour here just of how many stupid signings he's made. And we're always near the cap. We're one of the teams in the last 8 years. We're always one of the teams at the cap. And the highest we finished in the standings in the 7 years since he's actually done stuff is 17th. How is this guy still running the team? And they still refused to fire him. He had a press conference yesterday.
How is he? Like,
I have no idea
because
the Aquilinis are fucking cheap. They've had issues with their businesses before. They've had people who they run berry fields in Canada where people have complained where they don't give them water. These guys, like, it's a big problem. They are cheap. I don't know what they're doing. They don't want to fire a GM and pay out his contract. They need to fire the coach too. Travis Green has done nothing. The coaching is terrible. I'm gonna have to go watch the game in an hour and want to blow my brains out watching them try. Pedersen can't do anything. He looks terrible. The whole team looks terrible. It's just an abomination. And it really sucks because I remember coming out of high school and thinking, okay, in college, like probably the first year or two will be bad. And the second years of college, like I'll be ready to party, have fun and watch Canucks. And like maybe they'll play Arizona in the playoffs or something. And it's just, they've made the playoffs one time during COVID year where they shouldn't have even made the playoffs. And they continue to do the same thing over and over. The coach is still the same. The GM is still the same. Ownership is still the same. It makes no sense. I've never seen a team just be they just refuse to make any changes. And the same thing keeps happening and happening and happening. People in Vancouver are so mad. Twitter is going nuts. They started chanting, sell the team last game. They started chanting fire Benning, they started chanting fire Green. It's just an abomination. And they keep losing. And but they refuse because I think it's because they're cheap. They refuse to fire anyone because they don't want to pay two people at the same time. So it's an embarrassing time to be a Canucks fan. It's so frustrating to watch. I was going to write a blog about it, but I'm better at talking it out than writing because I just go crazy. So it's really frustrating. It sucks. And usually I've been saying, I've got so accustomed to like the last month of the season, hoping for losses to get a better draft pick. And people say, oh, you should never hope for your team to lose. If you're an actually diehard fan, your team sucks. You should be hoping for them to lose. So you get a better draft pick. Why would you want them to win games that are going to hurt their draft pick and hurt getting a better player? You're a fucking moron. But to be 1 month and a half, not even a month and a half into the season and already be hoping for losses because we're that bad and that far out of the playoff race already is just a new low. And it's with after an offseason of trading first round picks and trading for good players. And it's just still not working. So the Aquilinis, they need to fire. They're multi-millionaires. They might be billionaires. You're not going to you're fine. Just spend the money, get rid of them. Something's got to change. We might have to rebuild again. It may be another 5 years, but it needs to start now because it's just horrendous. So I'm going to Venmo you $10 tonight, Sterling, because they're not making playoffs. Like they're just not. And I don't want them to at this point. Well, that's not true. I do want them to, but I don't want them to win games right now because I need everyone to be fired. Like things won't change unless changes happen. So they just need to keep losing because these guys got to go. It's one of the worst things I've ever seen.
Get it off your chest, man.
It's terrible. You're lucky. You're lucky, especially being a Rams fan. You've had good years. And being like a Seahawks fan and everything. Have you had 8 bad years in a row before? 8 bad years?
Longer.
In your lifetime.
I've never seen one good Rams team until McVay showed up. Not one. Not one playoff.
I feel like they did make playoffs back when we were like middle school and stuff. The Rams were always with Steven Jackson and all that.
They were like 8-8.
I guess that was the Jeff
Never.
Fisher. They were 8-8. They were
not even a good
That's
draft pick.
true.
We went like 2-14 one year. Got Bradford. That was it.
That's right. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yes, I do know.
I'm jealous that you're not having to suffer through it now. I guess it's nice, and like Seahawks fans, we've had bad years, but we can't complain. We've been pretty good overall. But it's just like watching this team since 2011, which the last time they were a real force was 2011. And I guess 2012 they played well, but they lost in the first round of the playoffs. Since I was in 7th grade when they made the Stanley Cup run, So I don't know how old I was,
Yeah.
10, 11. And so it's been 23 now, it's been really 11 years since I've been able to watch a competitive hockey team, and it makes me want to fucking kill myself. Like Jersey Jerry, want to smack the shit over. You're going to find me hanging from the bathroom.
I didn't know
This shit goes
I didn't know
on.
what a good team was until I was 19, 20 years old. My whole life before that, I won. So I know, bud.
Still waiting on it. I haven't seen it yet. I'm still waiting
That
on
might
it.
take
So
13 years. So
it might.
luck.
Well, they might just not. They might refuse to fire anyone. So
well, you need a
anyway,
new
enough
coach,
of
not
that.
a GM.
They do. They really do.
That's
I
a
don't know
stand.
why. I don't know how you don't do that already. It makes no sense to be that bad off the start of the year. But anyway, I've talked enough. My brain hurts. It makes me angry talking about it.
Yeah, good to get it off your chest, though.
It is. I
It's
need
weighing
to.
on
It's
you.
good. It is weighing on me. It sucks. It just sucks. My goat. You guys go ahead first. I'll go last. Talk about it. What are we doing?
So actors, number one, Johnny Sins.
Oh my god.
I'm kidding. I'm just playing.
It's
I have
well-
that.
Reese.
We'll go Bradley Cooper. Very
Nice.
good looking gentleman. Plays so many good roles. Then Denzel Washington.
Yeah, you look like a young Denzel.
Denzel.
Exactly, I've been told. And then
Zach Galifianakis.
Galifianakis. We'll go with those three. I don't think I've ever laughed so hard watching Zach Galifianakis' movies
True.
or his Netflix kind of thing or Between Two Ferns.
Oh yeah.
If you haven't seen that and you like kind of like comedy, there's like
You
shots.
like dry humor.
It's
that
dry,
kind of thing.
but
It's funny.
it is so damn funny.
That's all of our kind of humor. Is that kind of thing.
So those are my three favorite actors. So Sterling.
Number one, Leonardo.
I knew we were gonna have
I
the
did
same number
too.
one. Yep, he's my number one too.
That guy's awesome. I
Every
watch
movie
every-
he's in is
I
so
watch every
good.
movie. Every time I
So
see him,
good.
I will go to the theater, watch it.
Yep.
Guy's great.
And it's always good.
Yep. Daniel Day-Lewis. He's probably the second most talented actor I've ever seen. Guy's freaking nuts. He's legit nuts. Like method actors will do it for.
Oh, he is. He's a method actor.
Like he'll be in there,
He like-
be in his character for like months on end.
Those guys can be dicks.
You guys are scary.
Yeah, he's actually really good.
Leo
guy.
Leo does that sometimes too, where he does
Yeah.
method acting.
So like one of his last films. I mean, he's not like he's getting old now, so he's not like, but like he was huge before. He's won like 3 Oscars.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
One of his last films, he had to like do a wedding dress. He's like a wedding dressmaker, like super rich, like so he had to learn. And he actually like went months before the film, like went every single day and actually learned how to make dresses.
Damn.
And like could make a nice dress by then. I was like, this guy's nuts.
That is nuts.
Like that's not fun. There's no way
No.
he like that.
No. That'd be
Um,
frustrating.
But he's got a lot of good movies. He's really popping off in like 2000s, late 1990s. But if you ever see him, good guy, good movies. You guys ever seen There Will Be Blood?
No.
It's about oil back in the day.
No.
Oh,
I
that's a
need
good one
movies to watch though. So
He's-
all right, there will be
Great.
blood.
There Will Be Blood. Really good movie.
Good to know.
Okay. And then third one, I don't really want to copy you, Jordan. I want to say Zach. Allen.
Of course you do.
That guy, I mean, I've laughed too much in my life from one person. So
Yeah.
There you go.
yeah.
I would say Leo too. I'll find another one too because I don't want to do the same. But Leo for sure. I mean, that guy's every movie he's in is so good. He's just such a good actor. There's a new one coming out on Christmas Eve that he's in. That there's a big all-star cast that looks really good. I forget what it's called. I think it's a Netflix movie. Number two, I would say Shia LaBeouf or LaBeouf, however you say it. I really like all the movies he's been in. He doesn't act as much anymore.
Honey
but
Boy
the-
was good.
Honey Boy was really good. Peanut Butter Falcon
Peanut Butter
was
Falcon is one of
really
my favorite
good.
movies.
That's one of my favorite movies too. A great movie. And then obviously I liked him in the Transformers series. Thought he was all right in Indiana Jones. Everything he's in, he adds that element that he's just good. So I like him. He's one of my favorites. And Holes, watching him in Holes, he was good too.
Oh, it's a classic.
Classic. I'll say Kyle Chandler. They got the coach on Friday Night Lights.
Oh, yeah.
He's the FBI agent.
He's in Bloodline too.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I like him a lot. The more I see him pop up and all that, he's really good. And then I like Vince Vaughn a lot too for like comedy movies and stuff. Vince Vaughn is one of the funniest
Yeah,
guys.
I don't
His
find
like,
him funny.
I love like Wedding Crashers. That movie, he is so funny. I love his dry sense of humor. He's one of my favorites. So.
Oh, I gotta shoot an honorable mention real quick. Sorry, Will Ferrell too. Great guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
Will Ferrell's a good one. He's
That's a
another
good one.
I could have missed that guy.
What's his best movie? What's Will Ferrell's best movie? He has so many bad ones though too.
Well, I
Trying to
know
think.
the I know
Talladega
the-
Nights
the
or
most
Step Brothers.
lines. The most lines from the movie that probably Jordan knows too is the other guys.
Other guys too.
It's probably
Other
not his
guys,
best movie, but it's funny.
probably so. Probably like other guys, Step Brothers and Talladega
Step Brothers.
Nights.
It's Step Brothers and
The
Friday,
basketball one.
Semi-pro.
You're My Boy Blue. What is it?
Old school.
Old school. And Kicking and Screaming is funny too.
Yeah,
Oh
he's
god,
got
he's
a
just
lot
got
of
a lot of them. A lot of. What's the one that's really bad, but it's kind of Land of the Lost? You ever see that? That was. Yeah.
Okay, one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life is a Will Ferrell movie. Not gonna lie,
Not
it's on
surprising.
Netflix. It was that
Was
shit.
it the singing one?
Yes.
Oh my god, that was.
You
so
went to, like,
fucking bad.
Iceland.
Yeah, he was like the singer.
I
That
don't
was
even know what it's called. Worst movie
one of the
I've
worst
ever
movies
seen
I've
in my
ever
life.
seen. I watched it last year during quarantine. I was like, this is
Worst
one of the
thing
worst
ever.
thing I've ever seen. Yeah, newer one. Sterling, don't ever watch
Don't
it.
watch it.
I won't.
Yeah, don't.
Good.
All right, there's that. All right, let's get into the betting portion, boys. What do we got?
Me?
Yes.
Yeah, start it off.
All right, fine.
Jesus, some attitude.
Well, tonight I had the over.
Hurry it up to a
49
fucking starving.
Excuse me.
Hurry the hell up.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay, great guys.
Okay.
Tonight I had the over 49 7. It's 7-6 currently. USM versus La Tech, Louisiana Tech. So great.
That's the game.
Mhm.
Bro, did you see today? Southern Miss didn't have a quarterback listed on their depth chart or roster.
They're winning
For their-
7-6.
It's awesome.
And then later, 6 o'clock, right now, actually starting Air Force at Nevada. I take Nevada -1. Sorry, Air Force. Not going to work for you today. No ground and pound. Anyway, 9 a.m. games tomorrow.
I'm glad you
Or today.
apologized to him.
God, huge.
Sorry, Air Force.
9 a.m. games for Saturday. I've got the under 56 Massachusetts at Army. I don't see Massachusetts, I think Army's going to score a lot, but they run the ball, so can't be too much. Massachusetts sucks. I think they're going to score an Army. Wake Forest +4.5 at Clemson. Been riding Wake Forest all year. I don't think Clemson's even good. They've been kind of on a little hot streak since they lost to Pitt a few weeks ago, but I like Wake Forest too much here. And I think they're going to come within 3 points at least, if not win. Texas at West Virginia. I'm going to go with Texas here. Don't like the pick, but I'm going to take it. Getting +3. I think they're the better team. I don't buy West Virginia at all this year. 4-6.
Texas is on what, a 4-game losing streak though, or something? They're back to 500, right?
Yeah.
Bounce back week. Bounce
Yeah,
back for the
we're getting
season.
We're getting
Get
3
to
points.
a
and I
bowl
don't think West
game.
Virginia's good. Got to fight for something. Come on, Sark. Who likes Sark here? One of you guys do. Jordan.
Jordan liked him because he's hammered.
Because he
Yeah,
drinks.
that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's who I would
And
play
then
for.
Illinois at Iowa. I'm going to take the home team -12 here. Iowa is a physical brand of football. They can stop the run, and that's what Illinois wants to do. I don't see them getting up anything on Iowa. So I'll take the -12 at home. Crazy place to play as well. Minnesota -7 at Indiana. Indiana, they had a fluke year apparently last year because they are not good this year. Like Indiana, they're what, 3-7 or something now, and they were
Something like that.
ranked to end the year last year, I think. So
Yep.
Minnesota's playing good football too. I'll take -7 at Indiana. I got Rice at UTEP. I don't buy Rice. I've bet against them many times this year. They've burned me a couple times, but they're just not a good football team at UTEP. UTEP's not bad this year. Give me under 10 points, 9.5 at home. And then I'll take Syracuse +11.5 at NC State. Syracuse has been, they play teams close. They don't really get blown out. They got a really good run game. Backup quarterback Schrader's not bad. He can run the ball as well. Playing at NC State, I don't think they're 12 points worse. Wyoming at Utah State. Give me Wyoming +5.5. I don't see anything in Utah State that's special. Wyoming's they're going to keep it low scoring. It's going to be a close game. Wyoming really has no offense, though. That's the only thing that scares me. That's it for Saturday.
We don't have a game together or against each other.
That's nuts.
That is nuts. Go ahead, Jordan.
Let's see here. Yeah, like Sterling said, Wake Forest +4.5. I really like Wake Forest as an offense. Clemson, they're just struggling to find themselves this season. Yes, they've won a couple games in a row, but not the Clemson we're accustomed to.
No.
Likewise, again, Texas +3. I think Texas is due for a big win. West Virginia hasn't proven anything all year, even if it's at home. West Virginia used
let's
to be
go,
a tough
George.
place to play. Yeah, West
There we
Virginia
go.
used to be a tough place to play. Now I mean, a lot of teams can go in there and come out with a victory. So not too worried about like West Virginia this week. I have the under 65.5 between Arkansas State and Georgia State. Arkansas State is having a horrendous year. They just failed to score. Georgia State, I mean, they're a decent team, but I don't think there's 66 points in this game whatsoever. And then I'm going to take the Dogs -6.5 at
Let's go.
Colorado.
Oh,
I know I usually don't like betting on the Huskies.
Respect,
'cause it's
respect.
just a shitty case scenario most of the time.
about respect.
They're just coming out here, no real like head coach. So they're kind of playing more free than usual, and I don't know if that's good. It could be horrible in the end. So we'll see. And then I have the under 53.5 between UTSA and UAB. I just think it's a matchup, a more defensive kind of matchup between these two guys. I just don't see there being a whole lot of points scored at UTSA. I know they're ranked finally in the college football playoff and whatnot. So I think they're going to try to manage the game. And if they're going to get up early, they're going to run the ball and kind of clock control. And then I have Michigan -7.5 in the first half against Maryland. Michigan, they're going to assert their dominance running the football like they have all year. Maryland, beginning of the year, everyone was high on them. And then it kind of fizzled out. So I'm going to take the points at half, -7.5. Baylor +1 at Kansas State. That number is weird to me. I think Vegas knows something that we don't. +1, Baylor on the road at Kansas State. I know Kansas State's a tough place to play, but that's just a weird number. But I'll take it in the end.
I had to stay away from that game because it scared me. Vegas scared me off.
Oh,
It's a weird
Were you
line.
thinking about it too?
I thought about it, but it's just so I hate -1. And
It's weird.
it's close. Yeah, I like that. I probably would have gone that way, but it scared me off.
oh,
And then I'm thinking
bad.
Oregon money line versus Utah. Oregon was +3 throughout the whole week, and I think something's up there. I don't know. That number is just in Utah. Utah ranked 23rd. I didn't want to take the points, so I'll just take the money line.
Let's go.
there.
What'd you get the money line at? Because I'm on the money line too, but I got it early.
Is that +132?
Well, what the fuck? Mine's a +130. I should have taken it later. Although
Yeah.
not that. It's like 0.2 cents or whatever, so it doesn't matter.
And that
Let's
is
go
it.
though. That's 2.
That is it for my Saturday slate.
Sterling, what'd you get Wake Forest at?
plus
4.5.
4.5.
4.5?
I just added it to mine too. I like that. I like Wake Forest. I bet on them too. And they're number 10 team in the nation as an underdog. You take them. So add that to the card. We have one together. All three. Are you on Wake Forest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have
yeah.
a rider.
We have
We
a rider.
officially
Yeah.
have a rider.
and Texas, but
I'm off. Nah, fuck them. All right. I have tonight Arizona +15.5 at Washington State. I bet on both of these teams a lot this year. Arizona obviously is not a good football team, but they keep covering. They just keep covering. They keep it close
in the
enough.
Palouse, huh?
In the what? Palouse?
Mhm.
Wazoo? Yeah.
Mhm.
And the Pullman, baby. Great place. Shitty place. +15.5. They just play hard. They're not a good football team. Wazoo's not that good, but they're kind of up and down. They pushed for me last week against Oregon. Wazoo's going to win the game, but maybe not. But I think they probably keep it within 2 touchdowns. I like getting a 1.5 extra on top. I got Oregon money line. Anytime a number 3 team is an underdog, I think you just have to take them. They're number 3 team in the nation. They're fighting for their playoff lives. I think Oregon should not be a playoff team. I don't think they're that good. I don't think they lose to Utah. Utah is good. It's probably the Pac-12 championship matchup.
We'll just have to play again.
They'll just have to play again. So I think whoever wins this game loses the next one, honestly.
Remember,
I think
Oregon
wins this one.
was not favored at UCLA as well. Makes no sense.
Yeah, they've kind of disrespected Oregon. I don't blame them. They're not the most sexy offense. They don't have the quarterback they usually do. You know what I mean. But they're still a number 3 team in the nation for a reason. So
Right.
I take them there. I have
Respect.
MSU. Yes, MSU, Michigan State +19 at Ohio State. MSU, it's a little disrespectful, I thought, to have +19. It's the number 7 versus number 4.
Did you see what it started out at too?
What
Yeah,
it
it's
started out as.
23, right? Or 21.
Yeah, it says in the
Ooh, I would
20s.
have loved to get that early.
The thing, I think why the number is fluctuating and it's so high is because Ohio State's offense obviously pass.
What
But
would put them
Michigan-
out of it is if Ohio State gets up early because Michigan needs to run. So if Ohio State score, they're probably in trouble. But I think Michigan State's defense is decent enough to stop them at least once, and their running offense is so good they can drain the clock.
But yeah, so I agree, Ben, but don't get me wrong. But Michigan State's pass defense is amongst the worst in the country.
I know.
That is the only
I
thing
know.
that could scare you in that number.
I
But
know. So we'll see.
that number still is just astonishingly high.
It's to have. I mean, if you have a number 17 in the nation plus 19, I think you have to take it. If Ohio State blows them out this game, then Michigan better watch out next week. But yeah, so we'll see. I have Oklahoma -4 versus Iowa State. It's at Oklahoma. I think they win that game by 10. Oklahoma's a pretty good team. I think their offense is good enough to win by more than 4 points. Excuse me. I have Boston College -2. It's at Boston College versus Florida State. They're playing Florida State's proven they're kind of a dumpster fire this year. Boston College has actually been decent. I think they only have 2 losses on the year. I like them at home in Boston.
I think you're a little off there.
Yeah, check Boston College's record.
It's all right. Carry on.
Sorry, they're 6-4, 4 losses. Still a winning record though. Florida State 4-6, but I was off. My apologies. My apologies.
Hey, it's okay. No harm.
Hand up. Hand up.
No harm, no foul.
No harm, no foul.
They're still going to win, so it's okay. I'm back on Purdue wagon this week. Purdue -11 at Northwestern. Northwestern is terrible. I don't know why it's only -11. Purdue seems to show up every week, even though they didn't cover last week. They put up a bunch of points on Ohio State. Played them as hard as they possibly could, and I think they just show up every week. Like they don't really have bad weeks. So I like them. Northwestern's one of the their rush defense is one of the worst in the nation. They have a good pass defense, but I think it's skewed because I think teams are beating them by so much at halftime. They just run the ball the rest of the game. Northwestern has not played really any close games against good teams, so I think it's skewed. I don't think their pass defense is that good. Doesn't matter. Purdue, I think, is the 7th best in the nation or 6th best in the nation passing. So they're not going to stop them. I have Army -37. They're playing UMass. UMass, my notes here is UMass, a disgrace of a football team. They have 1 win on the year. They're terrible.
Jeez, that's harsh.
They're
Wow.
terrible. They're so bad.
Jeez.
I think their 1 win came against UConn, who is also a disgrace to football. Yeah. They were selling
they're bad though.
tickets,
I will agree.
tickets to that game versus UConn were $1.
Yep, good,
So,
good ball game.
Yep. All right.
Toilet bowl.
I have Wake Forest twice on here, so we did have a rider. I'm an idiot, so we'll delete one of those. I have UW -6.5. Like I said, I kind of gave my explanation for that earlier. I have USC +3 because Jackson Dart starting, and I said I have a unit on him. Like
I
said,
might join
hammer
that.
them. Sorry, Summers. Your USC can still win, or UCLA can still win. Just got to be by less than field goal. I have Stanford +100 at Cal. Cal just lost to Arizona 2 weeks ago, and they just dealt with a bunch of COVID too. So I like their game got postponed last week against.
Oh yeah, and
Wazoo.
all 99% of their players are vaccinated. So
Yeah. So how's
well, I
that?
remember the
Looks like
quarterback wrote a letter to the school, posted on Twitter.
saying
They're
what?
pissed because they're pissed. They have 99% or 98%.
Oh, that they had to get delayed.
and the school canceled it.
Yeah, well, how about this? The Ottawa Senators in the NHL, 100% vaccinated. The whole team, their next 3 games are postponed because of COVID outbreaks. So take what you will for that one.
We need to keep going, or I'm going to
take what you will for that one. So I have Stanford to win that game. Cal, like I said, just lost to Arizona and didn't play last week. Virginia Tech +8 against Miami. Why is anyone +8 against Miami? Virginia Tech's not that bad. Miami's shown nothing this year. Both are 5-5. You get a touchdown spread. It's at Miami. Who cares?
I care.
I would put a lot of money on this one. I think this is probably my lock of the week. I
Say
think
the bet again.
Virginia Tech +8 at Miami.
That is a good bet, I will say.
I like that a lot. I have a 2-way teaser. Oklahoma State playing Texas Tech. I have Oklahoma State -4.5 and over 50. There's a lot of points in that game. Oklahoma State's number 9 in the country. I think they easily beat Texas Tech by 4.5. The over 50 isn't. 25 points for Texas Tech's no problem. And I think they're going to lose the game.
Yeah, no problem.
I like that teaser. And then the last one in college. Here we go again. Boise State -27.5 playing University of New Mexico. UNM is so bad. This is senior night at home. Please defend your blue turf for the first time this year. When I bet you, I need to win one Boise State game this year. I actually like Boise.
You're
State,
betting Boise State again?
Yeah,
I
-27.
thought they were on the list.
They are. They are. They're coming off the list this week, baby. It's a big turnaround for Boise State and UW this week.
Is Grant home this weekend?
Yep.
He's not going to the game?
No, Rubes is here.
Good. Every time I bet on them and Rubes goes to the game, I lose. So we'll be texting during the game. He'll just text
We
me.
might have to watch the game with Rubes.
What time's that game tomorrow? Tomorrow at 6? Yeah. All right. Let's do it. Because I'll be done Williams football game.
Well, good luck to William, by the way.
Oh yeah, shout out LC. They got a quarterfinals game tomorrow at Civic Field. So I'd shout out Lyndon too.
Yeah,
Your cousin.
Yeah, my cousin's got a game too for Lyndon. I don't know.
What position's your cousin?
He's a running back.
Running back. Nice.
Go Lions.
Go Lions. Go Lynx. Big
Go
day in Lyndon.
Lynx.
Big day in Lyndon. I'll go to my NFL just to finish it off.
Go
And you
Lions.
guys can do your
Sorry.
NFL as well. Go Lynx. I have New Orleans plus 105 on the money line versus Philly. Philly's been better, but I think New Orleans is a better football team overall. I like them on the money line. I think they win that game. Although Kamara, I don't think is playing, so that's a little bit scary. But I got that early in the week. I still think New Orleans is going to win that game. I just don't think Philly's that good. I have Miami -3 at the Jets. Joe Flacco is the starting quarterback. Say less. Green Bay, I have -2.5 at Minnesota. Minnesota plays everyone close, but I think Green Bay is a tier above Minnesota. I think they probably win by 7, but it's still going to be a close game. Or maybe even they just need to win by a field goal. I'll take a field goal. I have San Fran -6.5 at Jacksonville. Jacksonville's just so bad that it's scary to bet San Fran because they're so inconsistent. They're not actually that good. But I mean, all you got to beat Jacksonville by is a touchdown. I think they can do that, especially they might have some momentum riding after last week. Like I said earlier, I have Dallas on the money line plus 120 against Kansas City. I know it's at Kansas City, like we said. It's value play. Kansas City's has a worse record, hasn't looked as good as Dallas has this year. Dallas just absolutely laid the hammer to Atlanta last weekend with Sterling. What'd you bet him at?
Yeah, letdown spot.
Plus 10. I don't know if it's not a huge win. You beat Atlanta. It'll be a good game. Then lastly, on Monday nights, I have New York Giants plus 11, and I have a screenshot for this one. Tom Brady, last 5 o'clock primetime games. -7 versus Philly, no. -6.5 versus New England, no. -9.5 versus Dallas, no. -10 versus Washington, no. -4 versus the Rams, no. -3 versus New Orleans, no. -13 versus the Giants, no. -3.5 versus Chicago, no. -4.5 versus Tennessee, no. -3.5 versus Houston, no. And -3 versus Baltimore, no. He's lost his last 11 8 o'clock Eastern primetime game starts. So 11 points to the Giants. Put your mortgage on it.
Wow.
That's a big one.
Tom Brady can't cover primetime.
Good thing none of us have a mortgage.
Thank God.
It's true. If you need one, though, hit me up.
Wow. Self-advertising.
I love it. That was clever, Benjamin.
Who's up?
Well, I got 2. So, George, you want to go?
I think I have like 3, to be honest.
Go ahead. Have at her.
I usually don't have that many, but I had to get mine early before so I could get them. I could actually bet them before.
Oh, I got Green Bay at -1.5 earlier in the week. Green Bay -1.5 at Minnesota.
1.5?
1.5.
Fuck.
And then
Okay, Rick.
I'm gonna go the under of the Colts in Buffalo at Buffalo. It's gonna be snowing and all this shit going on.
Is it?
Buffalo's defense usually is pretty solid. Carson Wentz in normal conditions is abysmal most of the time. A little bit of snow, God knows what he's gonna throw out there.
Yeah.
That's it.
Ready. My first one and my most confident one by far is Baltimore at Chicago -6. Baltimore just got humiliated and they have 10 days off.
And Chicago sucks.
And Chicago
Chicago's
sucks.
all hurt.
And Khalil Mack's out for the year.
Yep.
So it's like, this is my mortgage play.
Mortgage.
Especially coming off a humiliating defeat to the Dolphins. They're going to slap them around.
Another thing with that game, Sterling, sorry, but Miami blitz Baltimore, I want to say like 40% of the time. Bears are the least blitzing team in the NFL, so you're just going to let Lamar sit there and dissect.
Yeah, and they lost their best pass rusher. So that is my most confident play. And then I like New Orleans +2.5 at Philly.
Very nice.
Someone said this earlier in the show already, I think, but I have it. New Orleans can really stop the run, and I just don't see Jalen Hurts. I don't see Jalen Hurts beating them. I don't see Sirianni beating Nick or Sean Payton. So
no,
I think it's a mismatch here. I don't know why they're getting points. So I just hate Philly too. They screwed me last week. Broncos suck. So NFL's so weird.
It is. It's been
Broncos
a weird season.
kill
A lot of
the
strange beats.
Cowboys and then lose
And then
to
come
the
back and
Phillies.
get smacked by the Eagles. What the hell?
Weird.
And the Bills lose to Jacksonville. So, all right. Shall we finish it up with some trivia, boys?
Yep.
All right. Do you want me to go first this week? Get my
Yes.
shit out of the way.
Sure, Ben.
All
You need
right.
to play
Turn
catch up.
over there.
Yep, I need to play catch up. So these are
College
all
players.
Nope, no,
Ah.
hell no, never again. Yeah, college players, hockey.
No,
No,
thanks.
these are all NHL/hockey based, but they are all no. They're all very easily gettable, like very modern. You'll know every single one of these players or teams.
Pass.
What's
For the
up, bud?
viewers' sake, Ben texted us earlier today. I have some great. These are all NHL hockey based. Sick.
But you said it's like 1960. No, they're all. You're gonna shit on me for my second question, but they're all modern. Like you'll see what I mean.
Great. man.
Anyway, here
Looking
we go.
forward to it.
The first one's easy. Per game in the NHL, how many players are active on a team?
Like
Look
the
at
whole
the
roster or on the ice?
No, on the like not on the ice, but like that are playing in that game.
24.
Nope. There's one guess.
Fuck.
I'll
Well,
give you
let's
a hint.
see. 6.
I'll give you a hint. Think
Oh,
like
hold on,
line
hold on,
line
no hints,
line
bud.
com.
Three
Well,
times
it's
four.
early. Think of line combination. No, Jordan's out. Line combination / number of lines.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. 3
Yes.
times 4, you got 4 lines. That's 12 plus 6. That's 18.
Goalie.
Oh, 19. That's my
Fuck.
second guess. 19 goalie. 20. 2 goalies.
Guys, you missed it though. You had 2 guesses already. There's 20. It's 20 because of the second goalie is active.
I
Fuck.
forgot about the
But see, that's a
goalies.
gettable question, right? You should have had it. I know
That's
that's the thing.
terrible.
I thought when I first read that, I was like, I think it's 19. I thought about it. I was like, no, it's 20 because there's a backup goal.
That's fuck.
But good. You did the math right. You had it. You just forgot the second
I
goalie.
forgot about the goalies. I said 18 right away too.
Yep, close. All right. See, good question.
As long as he doesn't get it.
Actually, I don't think I guessed 18. I said it should be 18, like George said, and then I said 19, 20.
Fuck you.
Ref says no.
Oh my gosh. I didn't say
Interference.
18. I said it should be 18. Like,
Done.
that's sick.
Okay. So the team to win the most Stanley Cups has 24 all time. Who is it?
Boston.
Nope. There's a
Canadians.
hint coming. Oh, Sterling got it. I was gonna say that they haven't won one since 1993, but they've come close recently, and they have the longest active losing streak.
Don't ask me how I knew that.
I don't know how you knew that, but that is the Montreal Canadiens. They have 24. They got second last year. So, last one. This is my favorite.
Oh, great.
The last Canada versus USA gold medal match. By the way, I made up all these myself. The
That's
last
so cool.
Canada USA gold medal matchup was in 2010 in Vancouver. The 2 goalies that played in that game were incredible. The whole Olympics. I believe the USA won MVP of the tournament. Who were they?
Are you serious?
I'll give you the hints. Will really give it away.
No.
But I wait till 15 seconds.
I just can't believe these are gettable
U.S.
questions.
Ryan Miller.
There's one. I said
Carey
that.
Price.
I need 2. Okay, nope. So you get one more guess.
Fuck.
The hint is they both played for the Canucks at one point in their career.
Oh, I don't know his name. I don't watch hockey then. That's every week it's this.
We played, but
Wait.
he only retired. These guys have all retired in the last 2 or 3 years.
Luongo. Boom.
I was
got
gonna
it.
guess.
I was gonna say Dan Coutier or whatever.
Close. No, so it was Luongo, who Sterling, you know that name, and Ryan Miller. I played with him. He was my goalie. I would always yell Miller at the screen when we played with the Canucks and we played the NHL. You know Ryan Miller.
Get out of here. Terrible.
That's
question.
a great question.
That's
I like that.
terrible.
That's good.
Great
2010. No.
Olympics. That's easy. It was in Vancouver. It was right across the border from you.
Dan.
All right,
Sterling,
I
go.
got one. If you don't know Luongo and Miller, you're fucked.
3 hockey questions. Anyway.
Canada won that game, by the way. So go Canada.
I can't. This guy.
Oh my.
All right.
You're done.
Ready? Let's go, boys. Fire it up.
All
Go
right.
next.
Well, you know what? I got 3 different sports here because I like to mix it up. But I'll start with the NHL arena first.
Fucked me
Let's
last
stay.
time. So
This is NHL show now, basically. Anyway,
Good.
Prudential Center. Start.
Capitals.
Nope.
Fuck, I don't know.
is it the Stars?
Nope.
Prudential.
All right, you guys have both guessed. Let me give you a hint. I can't give this hint away.
I think
Think
I know
of
who it is.
something
I think I
else.
know who it is, but I want this hint.
I'll say a Northeast United States team.
Is it Nashville?
Okay, Jordan, you got to guess a Northeast United
Yeah,
States
I don't
team.
know why I said
Nashville.
That was the team I had before. I was just saying it anyway.
The Devils.
Yes, Jordan got it.
That's
Let's
right. It is.
go.
Come on, Frank goes there every night, man.
I don't give a shit about the New Jersey Devils. They're
You're old,
feeble.
Frank.
PK
Frank can
Subban.
take.
PK Sluban. That guy Slewfoots everybody. Next one.
All right, NFL.
I need more Western Conference NHL stadiums, please.
Aren't you the NHL guy? Didn't you have an NHL podcast?
I don't. Why would I know the name of the? I did know that, but why would I memorize the
Jordan
name of
knew.
the
Jordan
Jersey
knew.
Devils? Ugh.
Jordan knew. All right.
I think the only couple teams I wouldn't get, like I eventually wouldn't get it. I don't know if I would have got that one. Would be the Devils. I don't know. I thought it was the Stars, so I don't think I'd get the Stars.
All right. Well, we're moving on. All right. M&T Bank Stadium, NFL.
M&T Bank. God, I hear these names every week. I can hear it say on the screen.
Oh, you guys are gonna be mad at this one. It's been up for a while now.
Ravens.
Yep. There you go, Jordan.
God damn.
Ben, now Jordan's up 2 on me. Can you step it up?
Sorry, bud. Give me another one.
It's just me, you now, Ben. NBA. Ready? NBA.
Yeah.
Wells Fargo Center.
Fuck, why do I know this? I've drawn a blank.
I gotta give you guys a hint. They have a player holding out right now.
Oh, Sixers.
I heard
You
it.
got it.
Ah,
You got
yep,
it.
Jordan. Yep, there you go. Jordan. Thanks, Ben.
I can't get a question.
It's all right. Hey.
George got 16.
Hey. It's okay, Benjamin.
Go ahead, George.
What's okay? This is just broad category. What sporting event is held on Memorial Day every year?
When's Memorial Day? Don't know the
I'm
date.
not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. Don't say it. I know when it is.
Well, it's a hint. Give a hint.
Is it the Kentucky Derby?
No.
Is it one of the horse racings?
Oh, that's a question. That's 2
I
guesses.
think it is one of the horse races.
Give us a hint. What month?
It's May.
Oh, great. Oh,
It's not an idea. It's not one of the four
I think
major
it's a
sports.
horse race. What's the other one? Preakness?
No,
Fuck.
it's not a horse race.
is it NASCAR?
No, they
Daytona
don't race
500?
in- No, that's in February.
Ah, I don't know. See, I don't know if it's not major 4.
Is that 2 guesses or do you have
That's
one more?
He's got one
That's my
more.
1.
He's got about no time left though.
I literally don't even know what to guess. Oh, Masters?
No.
I have no idea.
Indy 500. You were on the right path.
Oh, I was gonna
should've
say that.
known that
Oh
because
my
the
God.
gun played at it this year in Indiana.
Oh, my, I
Barstool
was
had
at
the big
Daytona.
party.
That's my next guess. Is gonna be Indy.
Oh,
but I
I
just went to something
we should have
else.
known that because the gun was there this year.
The gun.
Barstool put on a big
That's
party.
terrible. Oh, that's bad.
It's okay.
I don't think I ever watched it though.
No,
No. Fuck no.
love it.
During his career, Michael Jordan wore 3 numbers in his NBA career. What were they?
23, 45, and 12.
Wow. I love it.
That's
This is
just
the best.
fucked.
This is like Christmas.
I didn't even watch the documentary either.
Neither did I. And I would have got 23. Was the other one 11? Was that one of them?
Well,
No, 23, 45, and 12.
Who do you wear 12 for?
it's when his jersey got
blood
stolen.
on it.
Oh, that's right. All right. Well,
Last
I'm gonna go
one.
3 weeks in a row without getting it right.
To finish off the episode, what position did Kyler Murray play on the Oklahoma baseball team when he got drafted by the Oklahoma?
Shortstop,
No,
second base.
no,
What?
no.
Do I get a hint?
On Oklahoma?
Yeah,
I thought he was
this is
middle.
what he was
infielder.
drafted as. I said this is
I
what
thought he was a
drafted
shortstop
as.
too.
I thought you said what he played at.
No, he said what he's drafted
Yeah.
as.
What position did he play at Oklahoma when he was drafted? No.
So what position was he drafted at while he played?
Oh,
at
I know it
Oklahoma?
now.
Do you?
Is it center field?
Did he
He's
not play
fast as
infield?
shit.
He did, but he moved. He ended up like.
Got him.
after
By the way,
redshirt,
Ben
he
looked
played
at your
center.
phone. Okay. Okay.
Did he?
No. I
What?
got the first one wrong right away. I yelled at shortstop.
Ben's back on the
kidding.
board.
Thank God. Even if I did look
Charity
at the phone, I
point.
need the point. Yeah. I
Wait,
just thought,
Jordan,
what's
did
like
he
the
not play-
fastest position you need is center field?
He
Did he
did.
play-
He did get. He played second, but then he so he played 1 year shitty as hell second. And then he like wrote, and then he got drafted as a center fielder when he played center most of the year, but he played second too.
Because I could have swore I saw highlights of him in the middle of the field.
No, yeah, you're.
Yeah, middle of the outfield, but center field.
Okay. You want me? Yeah, you
Make
want me to
sure
start talking
you-
about
All right, it's
your?
time to wrap it up.
Yeah, you want me to
let's-
start talking about your questions, bud? That's
wrap
1 in
it
3
up.
weeks.
Hey,
What's the score? What's the score?
score what?
Trivia.
Oh,
Jordan's up 2 on me now.
yeah, it's 16, 14, 8.
Ooh.
You can get 6 points in a week, so it's always attainable. Although it's getting
Yeah,
out of
you
reach for
can.
me.
You can. I can go 0 for next week, and we can be tied for second if you get 6. All right. There you go.
You have 14. I would say I think you have 12. I was like, is this guy doing bad?
So you
Bad?
could
No,
get. You could be tied for second by next week.
I could. Let's do it. That's the goal. It's not gonna happen.
Oh,
Jesus
shit.
Hey,
Christ.
hey, what do you guys got planned tonight? By the way, boys, since we're wrapping up here.
I have to work at 5 a.m. tomorrow, so nothing.
Oh, this is how you guys get the days off.
So
That's
I'll be
not
work.
cool.
Oh, it's only because I wouldn't usually work that early, but Williams game's at noon, so I gotta get all my bunch of my hours in before. So absolutely not watching the Canucks and probably beating my head against the wall. What about you, bud? You and Tom are doing
I
something.
think I'm going out with Tom for some drinks, hopefully. So we'll see how that goes. What about you, Bert?
Chilling, guys. Just
Yeah.
going to bed.
Nothing. No plans this weekend.
I don't think so.
Knowing you, that means you're gonna get hit up by everyone tomorrow night. You'll be out partying hired.
Nope. I don't do that, Ben. Nice try though.
Well,
That'll change next week.
that's
If that's
not,
the
that'll
case.
change.
Hey, but yeah, next week can't wait for Wednesday
Live.
night. Get back to Linden or Wednesday daytime at 2. I get back in, so can't wait, boys.
Well, we'll have a couple of pops throughout the day then, throughout the weekend, and I guess we probably won't have an episode out until after Thanksgiving, maybe. So if we don't, we'll figure that out. If we don't have an
Oh,
episode,
are we not recording Wednesday night? We got Thursday football games.
I know, but are we going to release? I guess we could release it on Thursday then, because usually
Thursday
release
morning.
on Friday. Yeah, I
Friday
guess we'll
morning.
just release Thursday. You're right. We'll release
Yeah,
it
we got a
Thursday.
bunch of bets to bet on, bud.
That's true. It's a
Let's
big
go.
week. Big week. You're right. So we will talk to you on Thanksgiving. You'll be in this next episode. After
Yeah,
this
you'll be
one.
sitting around the couch. Hey guys, listen to Black Talk with me.
Exactly.
family.
Exactly. Tonight too. Friday night's going to be out tonight. So instead of listening to pregame music, listen to Lock Talk. It's better anyway.
Yeah,
Or Jade.
gets the people going.
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
Jade.
Other than that, boys, really Army, Jersey Jerry Army, join and enlist. Looking forward to
Yes,
being in
enlist.
person next week. Like I said, if anyone's going to listen to an episode
It's about respect.
ever, listen to next week's one. It will be something else. So looking forward to it, boys. At Lock Talk Sports everywhere, Twitter, website.
We need to get our Instagram going.
We do need,
Yeah.
to, especially that. We should do that next week. I mean, we're going to be in person.
Yeah, we'll
as
get
well,
that
so
shit firing up.
we will do
Fire
that.
it
We
up.
have one. We
Yeah.
need to make a new one. I don't know what the password is.
Here nor there.
5 years ago, here nor there. All right, boys. Have a good Friday night. Everyone who's listening, have a good Friday night, and
See
we
you next
will
week.
talk to you next week. Let's win some money this
Later,
weekend.
boys.
Peace.